everybody, I thought I would just hop on here and give you an update as to why I've not uploaded in a while and kind of just give you a bit of info as to what's been going on. So if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you probably already know what's been going on because I do keep those up to date regularly. But basically we've had quite a rough time. So all 5 of my bunnies are absolutely fine. As you can see, they're happy, healthy. I've just put them in the run actually. They've not been out for a while on the grass just because it's been so wet. But I've put them out today. I'm going to go get a cover and put it on the run. But I thought I'd quickly film, seeing as I've just put them in. But anyway, as you've probably seen, I've been rescuing a lot of rabbits since July. In fact, I've rescued at least 14 and been helping basically get them out of rough situations and then taking them to rescues, or they've been going into foster homes. And yeah, I've helped quite a lot and it has been so rewarding and so lovely, but it has sadly ended in quite a sad, shocking way. So as you've probably seen, I rescued Angel, who was the stray rabbit. I've since found out that she's happily rehomed. I've spoken to her owner, who's absolutely lovely. She's paired up with another rabbit now and it's just amazing. I then rescued the 2 stray Dutch rabbits, who are also now happily rehomed, which is absolutely amazing. I've also spoken to their owner and they've got a lovely big setup and they're super duper happy. I also helped collect 2 rabbits from Manchester. Now I live in West Yorkshire and I had to drive quite a way to Manchester to pick up 2 rabbits that someone was really struggling with. They wanted to get them into rescue. They had to move house or something. So I drove all the way to Manchester to get them, and then I drove them to Sandbach. I think it ended up being like a 3-hour round trip for me, but I ended up getting these rabbits picked up and taken to rescue. So that was another 2 that I'm really happy that I was able to help. Then I think the next 2 I helped were Connie and Gus, who you've seen, and they were basically being given away as toys on Facebook. They went into rescue and they were having an amazing time in rescue. They got bonded with another rabbit, so they were this gorgeous little trio. Sadly, Gus did pass away unexpectedly. We're not entirely sure why. There must have been an underlying health condition. He was fully vaccinated, so I don't think it's anything to do with vaccines, but yeah, that was really, really sad. But luckily Connie was bonded with Dougie, which was the 3rd bun in the trio. So her and Dougie were rehomed and they're very, very happy in their new home now. It's obviously devastating about Gus, but at least he knew love at the end. He was never split from Connie and he was really, really happy with her. So that's the update on them. The next rabbit I think was Nemo, who I've done a video on, but it's not uploaded yet, so I'll try get that one up as soon as I can. But he was just another lovely, lovely rabbit that I rescued and he is doing amazing, but I will obviously upload his story as soon as I can. After Nemo, I helped with the rescue of 4 more who were basically being given away to anyone. Really, really, really cheap, and we were super worried about them, so me and a few others kind of teamed together to try and get these rabbits safe. So I went and picked them up. There were 2 little babies who went into foster with somebody who has also been helping with the rescues with me. And then the other 2 were a bit older. It was male and a female. So the female went straight into rescue and there was nowhere for the male to go. So I started fostering him and I gave him the name Noah because he was living in my brother's room. And that's my brother's name. My brother's been at uni, so the room was spare. And I basically had him a week and it ended really, really tragically. I'm sure you know if you're on Instagram or Facebook. But sadly we did end up losing Noah and it was just truly awful. He was only going to be with me about a week anyway, and then he was going into rescue where he was going to be neutered, vaccinated, the whole lot, and then obviously find his happy ending. As I had Noah with me, I volunteered to help again and rescue 2 more rabbits that really, really did look in need. They were so skinny, 2 boys, and I went and picked them up. Now I obviously had Noah at my house, so I didn't have anywhere for these to go, but my lovely friend offered to take on these 2 rabbits, and basically I dropped them off at hers for the night. They were only going to stay there 1 night and then they were going to go into a boarding facility until I was able to drive them to a rescue. It all ended rather tragically though. My friend rang me to say that one of the rabbits wasn't looking great, and basically not long after that it had a fit and died. It had like a full-on seizure. It was horrific. There was nothing you could have done. It happened so quick. So I then drove to my friend's house to obviously offer support because it was really traumatic for her. And as I was there, trying to decide what to do with this rabbit that had died, because there's a chance that it died of VHD as it wasn't vaccinated. The second rabbit then had a seizure in front of us and also died. It was just horrific. It shook us both up. It's left us absolutely traumatised. And what we think happened is these two rabbits must have had VHD when we picked them up, which is a disease that is absolutely rife in this country at the moment. It's killing off any rabbits that aren't vaccinated, so please get your rabbits vaccinated if they're not. So these two rabbits died very, very quickly, very, very suddenly. And then of course I was absolutely freaking out about little Noah, who was at my house, so a completely different house, but I was panicked because he wasn't yet vaccinated. We'd not got him in yet. He was only staying a few days and then going off to rescue. So what happened was, I got back from seeing to these two rabbits that had died. I completely avoided Noah because I didn't want to risk passing anything on to him. My boyfriend obviously put him to bed that night, and then in the morning he went to check on him and he didn't look right. And basically I was straight onto the phone to the vet saying, I'm really worried in case it's VHD, but I don't see how it can be because I've not been near him. But sadly Noah did pass away that morning very, very, very quickly, and it's just left me absolutely traumatised. At least he came to me and he had love with me and, you know, got to have more space than he had previously. But I'm just absolutely heartbroken that this disease took him too. It just shows you how important vaccinations are, and if your pets aren't vaccinated, you need to get them done. It was the most eye-opening, horrific thing I've ever witnessed. I did not go anywhere near Noah and it still managed to get him. So after talking to a lot of people, they reckon that he may have already had VHD, and it's just happened to be a coincidence that he actually died from VHD the morning after the other two. But either way, we're pretty sure that it must have been VHD because it's rife in the area, it's clearly going round, and he wasn't vaccinated and neither were the other two. I really loved that little rabbit. I grew a bond with him. He was the sweetest little thing. He really grew to trust me, and I just feel so awful that on his last night with me, I couldn't even see him because I was trying to protect him and I was avoiding him. But I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought I was going to save him by doing that. But then as he ended up dying anyway, I've just felt so awful that I wasn't there with him. But he did eat his food that night and he was absolutely fine when he went to bed. And in the morning when he was dying and we knew that we couldn't save him, I was with him at the very end. I cradled him and stroked him and spoke to him as he passed away. There was no chance we could get to the vets in time. We could see he was dying, he was gasping for air. It truly was the end. Noah didn't have a seizure like the other two, but VHD doesn't always cause a seizure, so I'm still pretty sure that it was that, and the vets as well have said it most likely was. It's been just over 40 days and I'm still feeling absolutely heartbroken over it. I'm heartbroken about all three, but of course I'm even more devastated about Noah just because I had got that bond with him and I had got to know him and he was a lovely rabbit and I really wanted the best for him. Luckily my 5 are all okay because they are fully vaccinated, but I was terrified to even go near them at first. All 3 of those rabbits were cremated. We did give the 2 boys that died first some names, Reggie and Ralph. So Reggie, Ralph and Noah all very sadly passed away, and we are certain it was VHD. So that's why I've not been uploading. It's just been a really tough time. I ended up unfollowing all Facebook groups with rabbits on because even looking at them just upset me. I just felt so awful, wishing that I'd never kept him here. But obviously there was nowhere else for Noah to go, so I thought I was doing the right thing by keeping him here. I keep thinking, oh, if only I'd have got him vaccinated straight away. But even if I had, he wouldn't have made it, I don't think, because it does take 3 weeks for the vaccine to actually take effect. So it's just one of those horrific things, which is a risk when rescuing rabbits. A lot of the time when we rescue these rabbits, they're not yet vaccinated, so it's no one's fault except the old owners for being irresponsible, not vaccinating their rabbits, and now I've had to deal with the awful consequences and lost 3 rabbits to it. So that is the awful update, and I'm sorry it's so sad, but I just wanted to let you know where I've been and why there's not been any videos. So as you can see, my 5 are absolutely fine, aren't you, baby? They're really happy. What have you got in your fur? Got a bit of food in his fur. They're just super happy to be out and about today. I'm going to go put a cover on the run just in case it rains. Anyway, that's the update. Please follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Like I said, I update those a lot more often. Ooh, another thing I did want to mention is Top Cashback. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's something that I've been using a lot lately, especially as shops are shut and online shopping is the way to go for Christmas. So Top Cashback is a reward site that you basically go through when you're shopping as normal, and then you end up getting some cash back. So it's just been such a lifesaver for me. Actually, I've ended up getting so much money back. In the few years I've had it, I've got £500 back, and that's basically just free money because I would have made the purchases anyway, but because I went through Top Cashback, I got some money back, which is just amazing. So I've got a referral link in the description below. Basically, if you go through my referral link, then you get a £5 startup fee for free. And basically it is free to use and be a classic member. But if you want to be a plus member, it's £5 for the year, but you'll obviously get that for free if you go through my link. And it just means that you get a higher rate of cash back. You can't complain about that, it's free. And yeah, so basically say, for example, VioVet is on there. So if you want to go buy your rabbits, anything from VioVet, you just open Top Cashback, search for VioVet, click on that, go through their link, and it'll open up the VioVet page as normal, and then you shop on there and you'll get money back into your Top Cashback account. So it's a really good way to save some pennies. And you can also buy pet insurance through that. So I've just bought my car insurance through it actually. So that's saved me £35. I've just got £35 back for that. So yeah, basically if you're doing any online shopping at all, just have a quick look on Top Cashback, see if the shop is on there, and if it is, you can save some money. So yeah, my referral link is below if you do want to sign up to that. I really do recommend. It's fully legit. I've been using it for years and the money goes into my bank account once I pay it out. So it's 100% legit. Just thought I'd mention that in case it helps any of you out. I'm not sponsored by them, I'm just sharing my referral link. So it's up to you whether you want to use it or not. But I think that's everything. So I'll hopefully see you in my next video, which is going to be about Nemo. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you in our next one. Bye bye.